Okay, y'all, let's talk about it, man. So, per ECF, Elite College Football, they said Georgia will win the SEC championship. Let's pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. Don't disrespect to Georgia, but they got very fortunate against that Auburn game. The whistle really went against the Tigers. Now, look, Georgia won fair and square, but there's some things in that game that was very, very questionable. Say what you want. I'm not a Dogs hater. I'm not a Georgia Tech fan. I'm not a Georgia fan. I'm just saying what I seen from an unbiased eye. I think Georgia has been getting close, and I think Georgia is going to slip up eventually. Now, whether that's this weekend against Ole Miss and QB1, we will find out. But they have a tough schedule. So again, it starts this weekend against Ole Miss. Let's see how that one turns out. Ole Miss is a pretty good team. Again, people have had their struggles at Sanford State and coming there and winning. We will see if Lane Kiffin can handle business. Then they have a bye week. Coming off the bye, you know they play Florida. Obviously, that game's usually in Gainesville. Not Gainesville, I'm sorry. That game's usually in Jacksonville. They've been doing stadium renovations, so that'll be at a different location. So you have that game. Then after that, you go on the road. Could be a slip-up game. Mississippi State's a lot better than people think, right? Now, Blake Shapen has to play better. They got some weapons on the outside. That could be a slip-up game for Georgia, too. We'll find out nonetheless and see. The defense is improving. I'll give them that. But then you're home against Texas. That's the game right there I think Georgia slips up. Respectfully, I think at that point in the season, November 15th, Georgia will slip up against Texas. The reason I say that, I think Arch will be playing a better game. I also think that their defense is for real. Go look at the Oklahoma game and what they did to John Mateer. I think that game Georgia will slip up. I think Arch will be ready. I think they come in there and win. Now, I know Georgia's been handling business against Texas, but I think the Longhorns will win that game. Then they play at home against Charlotte, sure. And then the other game I got them slipping up, at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, clean old-fashioned hate, Georgia Tech. Yes, that's the game I got them slipping up as well. So I think Georgia will be a 9-3 team. Regardless, the Georgia Tech game doesn't matter in terms of SEC championship play, but they will have 2 losses. I think at that point, you're going to have Alabama in that conversation. I think you're going to have Texas in that conversation. I think Ole Miss would be in that conversation. I also think LSU would be in that conversation. And then at that point, it comes down to tiebreakers. I think the big tiebreaker will be that Georgia-Texas game, which I have Texas winning, which will put them obviously over the top and getting into a SEC championship game. Nonetheless, we will see. There's no more divisions anymore. How it used to be, obviously, SEC East, SEC West. They no longer do that. It's all the teams, basically. But I think that tiebreaker will come up big time later on in the year. So I'm going to take the field over Georgia winning the SEC championship this year. I just don't see it, respectfully. But comment down below, what do you guys think? Can the Bulldogs win an SEC championship? Do you guys agree with ECF? They won it last year. This year, I don't think they win it. I think it will be a new team that emerges in the SEC. My money's on the spread. Texas or Alabama, I think, will be one of those teams that ends up winning it. But comment down below who you think will win the SEC championship.